Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Jonathan Sellers.
And I'm Danielle Percival. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Sports. After a disappointing season in 2011, the best medicine for the Trojan football team would be a win to erase the bad memories. And not even a little rain was enough to keep the sun from shining on the Trojans in the end. In a series that has come down to the final minute in the past two meetings, the scoreboard looked as if the Trojans coasted in with a 39-29 victory over the Blazers on Saturday. But Coach Larry Blakeney says it was anything but easy.
It's been a tight series. It's always seemingly pretty much, for the most part, been close games, and this, no closer than this one today, man. I couldn't stand much more of that, but I'm proud of the win.
In the first half, the Trojans posted 17 points and could have added more, but a late fumble in the red zone gave the Blazers the spark they needed to score before the half.
Coach Shaughnessy and all those guys, they really helped us build up, our character and, just have some resilience about ourselves, and I think that's what I like about this football team.
In the fourth quarter, the Blazers almost tied the game after a two-point conversion was ruled complete, only to be overturned. Following that, the Trojans reeled off 2 touchdowns within 30 seconds on the game clock. B.J. Chitty scored on a 25-yard pass, and a fumble recovery by Tony Davis set up a Sean Southward 5-yard TD, his third of the day. Despite the high-scoring affair, the Trojans knew this one would be a close one.
The coaches told us that it wasn't going to be no easy game, and we weren't looking for an easy game. We were looking for it to be a competitive game, and we got what we asked for, and we came out, and we came out on top.
These players know their work is not done, and there are improvements to be made. But undefeated does have a nice ring to it.
I'm great to start off 1-0, man. It's a good feeling, get that bad taste out of our mouth.
They set the bar high. That's what we focused on game one. We came out, executed. We had up and down, but at the end of the day, we rose up together.
It was a great win. We needed. We came off a bad season, so this right here is a motivation. Motivation for the season. We got a goal of going 13-0, and this is just one step.
Well, having a player recognized as the Conference Player of the Week is certainly an honor, but how about having two? The Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week honors were awarded to Trojans the first week of the season. The Trojans were looking to start the season on the right note, and a 39-29 victory over UAB was a good start. There were also a few players who had impressive starts to their season as well. Running back Sean Southward posted a career-high 204 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Sean had the hot hand on Saturday, and, in our offense, sometimes it's a different guy every week that has the hot hand. And, if it's Sean, for the next 12 weeks, it's going to be awesome. That'll make my life a lot easier and make the pass game a lot easier.
I'm just keep doing my job, and if that happens, that's great. I won't complain with getting 200 yards.
But for another player, it wasn't just a good start to the season. It was a good start to his career. Devon Terry, a walk-on senior defensive back, hadn't seen game action since high school in 2007. That was until Saturday. Terry had an interception, a fumble recovery, and 5 tackles in the victory.
He's been a guy that's been tenacious in his goals and what he wanted to do, and he's like me. He's not perfect. He hasn't been perfect, but he has developed into a dependable young man who has worked hard and he got some payback.
It's just hard work, man. Hard work pays off. Do the right thing, under a good coach, Hall of Fame coach. I'm just blessed to be able to play this game with all my teammates and come out there and get that first victory.
Following the game Saturday, Terry said the results were the payoff from years of hard work and practice.
It's hard. Coach, get us on to us a lot, and, come easy in the game sometimes. You work hard at practice, in the game, it'll be a little simple to you.
After a slow start to the season, the volleyball team looked to turn things around over the weekend at the first state Skyhawk Invitational at UT Martin. It wasn't easy, but Troy got things started on the right foot with a 3-2 victory over UT Martin. The teams traded sets until the 5th and final set, which Troy took 15-13. Brianna Coletti and Blair Winston each had 12 kills for Troy, while Alexandra Alexander had 41 assists. Kelly Hogan had 13 kills in the loss for the Skyhawks. On day 2, the Trojans started the morning off with a 3-1 win over DePaul. Troy fell in the first set before capturing the next 3. Winston had 14 kills, while Coletti and Devin Von Pingle added 11. Then Troy took the tournament title and capped an undefeated weekend with a 5-set victory over Wright State. The Trojans traded sets once again, winning the 2nd and 4th before earning a 5-point margin in set 5. Winston led Troy once again with 21 kills as they rebounded nicely from the opening weekend.
Well, we got some wins under our belt, so that's always an important thing. It's going to be a really difficult match tonight. Auburn's playing well. They're 6-0. We need to really concentrate on what we've been getting better at, and if we do that, we'll stand to be pretty good.
The Auburn Tigers came to town. A good crowd was on hand, but there would be no upset in Sartain as Auburn won with a 3-set sweep. The sets were close, but Troy was never able to capture a lead throughout despite 4 ties. Kayla Pickert was the only Trojan with double-digit kills with 10. Alexander had 11 assists and 13 digs. Auburn's Sarah Bullock had 13 kills and 10 digs, followed by Courtney McDonald with 12 kills. Coach Sonny Kirkpatrick after the match.
I thought at points we played pretty well. I thought at points we were very, very passive. And we're never going to win if we're a passive team. That's not the way we're built. That's not the way we train. And at points we had opportunities to get swings to generate offense, and we didn't do it. And that's the troubling thing.
The Tigers improved to 6-0 with the win, while Troy dropped to 3-4. The Trojans are still looking for the first win in the series against Auburn.
While the Trojan soccer team was unable to win the Trojan Classic this past weekend, they did play some exciting matches and did not lose a game the entire weekend. The Trojans started off the tournament facing Louisiana Tech Friday afternoon. Troy and La Tech battled past regulation time and into 2 overtimes, but the game ended in a 0-0 tie. La Tech controlled a majority of the match, but goalkeeper Maddie Winters was able to keep Tech scoreless. The Trojans next faced off against the Hatters of Stetson University. However, this time the Trojans were able to get on the scoreboard. Chelsea Williams netted a goal in the 8th minute and gave the Trojans a 1-0 lead, and that's exactly how the game would end. Maddie Winters and Katie Camino Lewis combined for another shutout, their 4th of the season. Coach Chris Bentley knows they do have some work to do, but he was pleased with their play this past weekend.
We stay pretty organized defensively. We continue to have a little bit of struggle transitioning from defense to attack, but when we do it very well. Our counterattack was on quite a few times this weekend. We created a lot in the counter, caused both teams a lot of problems. So for us, I think when we do it right, it's very good.
Football wasn't the only team opening their season over the weekend, as the cross-country team kicked off things as well. The Trojans played host to the Trojan Invitational Saturday morning. The women's team finished 2nd overall, led by freshman Julia Ostendorf, who posted a time of 20 minutes and 53 seconds. The Trojans finished 5 points behind Auburn, who took home the title. Senior Morgan Paulson and junior Haley Davies each posted top 10 times on the day. The men's side came in 3rd place, with Enoch Crew leading the charge, finishing 3rd for the 2nd straight year with a time of 28 minutes and 33 seconds. Sophomore Kemper Morton posted a 5th place finish on the day with a time of 28 minutes and 55 seconds.
Well, Jonathan, still to come on Trojan Sports Now. We'll take a look at why you should be in the stands Saturday for the Trojan football team's home opener, and also our first look at the Trojans in the pros.
But first, find out how one Troy alum plans to get Veterans Memorial Stadium packed out on Saturday. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.
Trojan Sports Now.